And yes, the title might be a little clickbaity, or is it though?
Yo, this t-shirt is quite expensive.
I think about it though. I'll be flexing on you. You'll be flexing on them, bruv.
Yeah, you right. I mean, it's Fendi.
That's exactly. London ain't ready. Flex level 1000, bro.
But shouldn't I be saving for my emergency fund?
Nah, you good, bro. But that Fendi though.
What if this all blows up? Yeah, let me look into these savings accounts.
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! Coronavirus! I'm telling you, shit is real! Shit is getting real! Woo!
Wow, lucky I saved before.
Welcome, and again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gaiti Maimona. I'm 26 years old. I'm a Dutch citizen of Congolese descent, living in London. And congratulations to those that had picked up the good habit of saving into an emergency fund. And no, it's not too late to be subscribing to my channel, dropping me a like, sharing this video with whoever you think could benefit from this video. And last but not least, saving into an emergency fund, even for those people that have lost their jobs, but especially for those people that are still lucky to be working out here. See what I did there? Today we'll be talking about the 5 best savings accounts that will suit for your emergency funds. And yes, the title might be a little clickbaity, or is it though? Because like I said in my previous video, having an emergency fund would have helped a lot of people out during this pandemic. The list of people losing their jobs since the last time that I filmed has been growing, and I don't even have to look further than my personal circle to notice that. The worst about all of this is that we don't even know how long this is going to last for, and unfortunately people are going to be continuing to lose their jobs until then. Certain scientists even say that things are not going to go back to normal until 2021, however normal is going to look by then. The good news for the people that have lost their jobs is that most countries have a system in place to cover their lost wages. Here in the UK, the government is subsidising 80% of your salary, but only up to £2,500. You also have to pay taxes and national insurance on that money, by the way, so take it how you want it. The scheme is running for the next 4 months. It might get extended, might also not be. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But to give you an example of its impact, say if you were on a salary of £5,000, while you're now only on a salary of £2,500. On that £2,500, you pay taxes and national insurance, so now you're on a take-home of £2,000. Now, when you earn £5,000, you had a take-home of £3,600, so that's a very big impact. And I don't want to minimize the impact on other salaries, on smaller salaries. Say if you were on a £2,500 salary, well, now you're only going to be on a £2,000 salary gross. On that £2,000, well, your take-home pay is reduced by £300. The impact is a little bit smaller, but still significant. That's where, if you have an emergency fund, your lost wages would be covered should it be needed. Now, I did get the question after the last video, if a person is, say, on a salary of 25k a year, how that person should be saving towards their emergency fund. Now, that entirely depends on a person's personal circumstances, their habits, their expenses, and less on their income, because ultimately you really just have to be able to cover your expenses for a set amount of time and however unexpected they might be. The secret to saving more though is twofold. You can either 1, cut on your expenses by, say, moving to a cheaper area to cut on your rent expenses, or 2, get more money by getting your salary up or doing some side hustles, or actually even 3, do both. Now that's for the experts out there.
Trying to save my money, but I need me some on Louis V.
If I do have to paste a number on it though, because I know some of you people will not be happy with the answer I just gave, I would say start by saving 10% of your income into that emergency fund and then work your way up as you cut back on your expenses or get more money. Now again, this is a very personal matter, so if you can only afford to start saving 5% of your income into that emergency fund, start by doing just that, because guys, again, an emergency fund is very, very important and every little bit will help. I know, you want to spend your money on those expensive clothes.
It's the flex value.
You want to spend your money on that expensive bag.
So how you gonna travel though?
You want to spend your money on those expensive vacations.
YOLO.
But guys, again, we're adults. We have to act like it. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So let's talk about the savings accounts. Like I said in my previous video, the savings accounts for your emergency funds will need to be very flexible, meaning that you can take your money out whenever you would need it. Which is, I would say, also the more important feature of these savings accounts, because let's face it, none of them have interest rates that are higher than the inflation rate. If you don't know what both of those terms mean, check out my previous video, link is down below. The first and best savings account I have come across in this category is the Marcus by Goldman Sachs account, which gives you an interest yield of 1.2% per annum. Now there are some cons to this account, which will be resembled over this whole list, and the first one of these cons is that the interest rate is actually variable. If you look at the Marcus account 1 month ago, it was actually sitting at 1.3%, but with everything that's happening with this whole pandemic, interest rates across the whole board have been lowered, and now the interest rate for the Marcus account is sitting at where it's sitting at. If you look at the interest rate, is also lower than the inflation rate. That's the second con. It's fit for purpose, but not really the most desirable traits of this account. But hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Pros. So with the Marcus account, you can start saving from £1 only. The maximum amount that you can save into this account is 250,000, so pretty much unlimited for this purpose. The interest is actually paid on a monthly basis, which is very, very good. And then the last one is that you can withdraw your money pretty much whenever you want. The second best account, which is the RCI Bank Freedom Savings account with a 1.2% interest yield, has three main differences with the other savings accounts. The first one is that you can only start saving in there with £100 minimum. The second one is that maximum you can save in there at £1 million. The third one, and this is the one that I really don't like, is that whenever you want to withdraw that money, it can actually take up to 2 days to get that money into your current account. Now this is something that I really, really don't like, especially in 2020. But let's get to the third one. The Saga Easy Access Savings account by Goldman Sachs with a 1% interest yield and a 0.2% bonus should you leave your money in there for a year or more. Again, the same as the others, however, you can only save in there up to 100k. Number 4. The Virgin Money Double Take eSaver account with a 1.01% interest yield, and that also exists in a ISA version. You can save up to £250,000 in this account, and one thing that I don't like about this account is that you can only do 2 withdrawals a year. Now, if you wanted to close your account, well, that also counts as a withdrawal. And if you did already 2 withdrawals that year, well, you have to close your account the next year. Something I don't really like. Last but not least, the Paragon Easy Access Savings account with a 1.00% interest yield. You can save in there up to £500,000, but you will have to save in there up to maximum 28 days after opening the account. And those were all the savings accounts that I've come across and that I found useful for an emergency fund. Personally, I'm going to start saving with the Marcus account by Goldman Sachs because I need to reassess my savings, especially since everything that has happened. Let me know in the comments down below if you already are saving with one of these accounts, if you are planning on saving with one of these accounts, or if you know an account that is even better than the accounts that I have named. I'd like to hear about them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Drop me a like if you found this video useful, and please share this video with someone that you think would benefit from this video. That was all for me. See you next time. Guy T's out.